Hey, are you a business owner, entrepreneur, or professional? If so, we want you to apply to be a featured guest on our show. My name is Adam Torres, and I host the Mission Matters series of podcasts. I've recorded over 3,000 episodes, and we are just getting started. How do you know if you'd be a good guest to be on the show? Well, only one way to find out, and that's to apply, but I'm going to let you in on a little secret. We want guests that have a story to tell, guests with a brand, a product, or a service that can benefit my audience of listeners. If this sounds like you, go to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to apply. I'd love to talk to you and get to know more about your story. Again, head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to apply. All right, now let's get into the show.
Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Alexander Christian Nygart on the line, and he's a CEO over at White Shark Media. Alex, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Adam. I'm very happy to be here.
All right, Alex. So excited to talk more about White Shark Media today, and also about how you got started in business and as an entrepreneur. And just to get us kicked off, let's start with the Mission Matters statement. So, Alex, we at Mission Matters, we amplify stories for entrepreneurs, executives, and experts. So that's our mission here. Alex, what mission matters to you?
So Adam, what mission matters to me is for our company. And it ties to our to our story as well about how we got started. We're based here in Nicaragua. Our company is a U.S. company. We have offices in the U.S. We have offices here in Nicaragua. We do advertising, and that's very commercial. But what we also do is help businesses grow, scale by basically doing a lot of their efforts within lead generation. So a big part of our mission is to assist, help companies focus on what they like to do, and then we take care of other parts of their business, such as the lead generation that is potentially not the passion of the entrepreneur or the business that we're helping. So that would say says it pretty well.
Man, that's awesome. Love bringing mission-based businesses and entrepreneurs on the show to share with my audience. So let's just to get this kicked off, tell us a little bit more about how you got started as an entrepreneur.
So I would say that I'm a hardcore entrepreneur, Adam. That's my background. I started my first business when I was 19. And since then I haven't stopped. I sucked at it in the beginning. So the first couple of businesses, was a lot of learning, a lot of mistakes, and some closed also. And I would say I was into my third business before I started becoming just somehow good at it, and also had made a proper pick in terms of what I wanted to do. So I have been an entrepreneur all my life. I am still an entrepreneur. I'm still very excited about it. And yeah, I've been going since I was a young man, and I haven't been doing anything else since.
Man, I'm excited with you over here, Alex. I can hear that fire in your voice. Like it sounds to me like you're still motivated each and every day. And I like that you said in the beginning. Yeah, I like that you said in the beginning. A couple of them didn't work out so well, right? And that same here.
No. And
for anybody that's been doing this for long enough, that's just part of the game, so to speak. So there's a lot of younger entrepreneurs. Absolutely. There's a lot of younger entrepreneurs also listening right now, or maybe not even just age-wise. I just mean like they might be on their first business, regardless of age. What kind of advice would you give? Because we all learn like from the ups, the downs, the sideways, everything in between, lots of bumps and bruises. So what would you tell us new entrepreneurs that are just getting started?
Yeah, it's a good question. I'm so lucky now that not only am I blessed and able to invest my time and see this company that I built 10 years ago grow from a bootstrap little office and two founders. I was one of them, to now a 120 man size business with significant revenues, significant positive EBITDA, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm very fortunate with that. And a part of my time, especially over the span of next year, will be spent on investing in projects, very specifically here in Nicaragua. So I do have the chance to speak with a lot of you can say young, upcoming entrepreneurs that comes with either their first project or second project or whatever. And I think there's so many advices, and you have to sit down with the specific entrepreneur to be more precise in your advice. But I think there are some general things that I would maybe like to highlight, and that is that you, if you want to become an entrepreneur, you have to really, understand and accept that it's going to be a long journey. It's a tough road. Many times you walk it alone. You're not going to be rich immediately. So if your target is to make a lot of money and you believe that wealth is going to come your way quickly, then you have to be really careful. So you have to go into it with the right foundation, with the right mindset, but also acknowledging that it's going to be a long journey. And as an example, in White Shark, I think we were into our fourth year before I made my first monthly salary. And for the first 2 to 3 years, we were making revenue, we were making money in White Shark, but the way we were funding it, and we reinvested those money, by the way, into our growth constantly. But we were funding it by selling, and that was you can say a company that I left to found White Shark, kept that company. And we still had it. That was a Danish-based company. So in the night we were selling radio advertising from a handheld phone, because we're back in 2009. So we're sitting all night pitching radio ads to our radio clients in Denmark, and then we were busy during the daytime doing White Shark Media and building that business. So it was really a hustle. It was really 24/7, but it was tough, and it comes with some sacrifices to your family, to your friends. So I would say if you don't have that stamina, if you haven't realized and said to yourself, this is going to be tough, this is going to be a long journey, whatever product, whatever software you want to develop, whatever service business you want to do, if you don't realize that this is going to be a hell of a tough journey, unless you're one of the lucky few, then you shouldn't be an entrepreneur. So really realizing that and understanding that it's very important. And then secondly, now we've talked about failure, we've talked about mistakes that we all do, and I still do them, by the way. So I'm well into my almost 20th year here as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, and I can say safely that I probably make a couple of mistakes every week, maybe more. I make mistakes in my private life and business life, so we all make mistakes, and it's important that as you as an entrepreneur accept that, embrace it, and don't beat yourself down on it. So you make a mistake, accept it, learn from it, and then move on. And I'll say that would be some of my immediate advices without knowing the specific entrepreneur that we would be talking about.
Man, that's awesome. It's great advice. And let's talk a little bit more about White Shark Media. So you gave us a little bit. Let's go further. So tell us a little bit more about the company.
Yeah. Great. So yeah, we are a what you would call a PPC agency, and in layman's terms, that's a company. We're a company that manages basically spend. We manage investment on Google Ads and Microsoft Ads, those two platforms. So all the products that Google has in their advertising platform, which is their search products, their video products, which is YouTube, and their display network, and vice versa for Microsoft. we manage accounts. We manage a little bit about over 1,000 accounts that are our direct customers, and we manage a little bit over 6,000 to 7,000 accounts that are managed through our agency portfolio. So we basically invest those money on those platforms, and we are securing a maximum return of that investment. And that can be for a dentist, it can be for a home service company, it can be e-commerce. So we have a very wide array of verticals that we work with. And basically our function is to say, okay, you have $1,000 or you have $2,000 a month. The dentist wants to spend that $2,000 on acquiring more patients, new patients, and more revenue, of course. They want to run a business. And we then come in and take those budgets, take those funds. We master that craft. Our whole company organization is built to master that craft to perfection. At least that's what we believe. And we then secure that dentist that they will get a maximum return of that investment. The dentist pays us, and we place the money on those advertising products available in the Google Ads, Microsoft Ads portfolio. And then we do software as well. So we've evolved since started, but we're still very focused. That's still our core business in White Shark. We work directly with the customer. And we also work with entire agencies that outsource all of their, you can say, PPC portfolios to White Shark Media. And we're talking about agencies that has 5 clients, and we're talking about agencies that have 4,000 clients that we work with. And it's mainly in the North America. And then on top of that, we do software. So we have a software development team. So we have a SaaS product also we launched recently that caters to the same market, that facilitates some of the processes, very much sales-related processes, and that product we launched in 2020, and it's called White Shark Media Compass. So that's a software product that's a part of our revenue stream now as well, and then we have great ambitions for the near future. So that kind of encompasses what we do.
So Alex, there's some business owners that are listening to this right now that still, and especially along the lines of what you're talking about, like that traditional dentist, that lawyer, some of these traditional, that financial advisor, some of these traditional professions out there that still haven't really gone the PPC route or still haven't done too much online in terms of advertising. I mean, let just to give some basics. I mean, how does like working with an agency like yours work? Because I feel like a lot of people maybe want to do advertising on Google and other things, but they just haven't done it yet, and it's kind of hard to make that step, so to speak. Because maybe they had their office person like set up an ad once or something, and they just didn't have the best experience the first time because it wasn't necessarily working with an agency like yours. Can you just speak to that for a moment?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and I think that it's a very relevant question and topic. I think that there's a lot of suppliers. There's a lot of demand, but there's also a lot of suppliers within our vertical. I can tell you with full honesty, we went through our process ourselves where we were. First of all, we started with a product that was fully transparent. So how it works with White Shark is that we do not charge a client a fixed amount that includes spend, management fees, and then we kind of show them what we want to show the client. We have a very transparent business model where we work based on the client's account, and the client pays us a management fee. That's it. They can leave us day to day. We don't have any contracts. We don't have any commitment from the individual client, because if they don't want to be clients with us, if they don't think that we deliver the results that they expect us to do, then we don't want them to stay because of a 12-month contract. So that's our model. We've always wanted that. We started like that in a very muddy market, where there was a very little amount of transparency. We said we want to be the transparent one. We want to offer a product where we are hired by and where we have stick rates from our clients because they actually enjoy the product we give them, and it's because we give them the return that they're looking for. So that's how White Shark does it, and it's very simple. We work on an account for an average advertiser. We work on an account about 6 to 10 hours every month, optimize it, work on it, and we have a team that is completely dedicated to that vertical specifically. So we have a lot of expertise within the verticals we work within, and we do a lot of dedication. We have a lot of transparency, and I'll say that that's one of the main differentiators. But we have not always been perfect either. So we've had a great run recently. When we started, we were very focused on PPC. We were very focused on pay-per-click. Then we started. It went well. We had success. So we said, okay, this is going flipping great. Let's just expand our services quickly. We scaled very quickly, and in all honesty, we became a little bit, mediocre at some of the services that we had launched. So we found ourselves in this situation where we had scaled maybe a little bit too fast. We had lost a little bit the focus, and then in 2017, when I took the helm, and I was not always the CEO, I was always a founder. But when 2017, when I took the helm as CEO, we said, let's get great. Let's get great at one thing. Let's be very specialized. Let's not be the jack of all trades and the master of none, but let's be a hardcore expert in what we actually started this business with, and that's PPC. So we're very focused on that, and that's, I think, is one of our strengths, and that's also why our clients are getting a high quality product and a high return of the investment, because we do PPC. That's what we do here in White Shark Media. We don't have tons of other products. Yes, we have our software, but we don't have tons of other advertising products that we're trying to fit into the mix, or native products for that matter. So a lot of agencies, they have their high margin products that is a native product, and that they're trying to push because the margin is better, but not better for the client necessarily. So there is sometimes a conflict between doing what's best for the agency or the business, or doing what's best for the client. So we always have the client in mind. Our clients' ROI and well-being and success is our focus number one. That's what we're looking at. Our key objective and core objective in our company every year is client centricity. That's what we go by. That's what we live by. And again, I would say that one of the main differentiators is our focus and hardcore focus on being extraordinary at one thing rather than being, semi at a lot of things.
That's awesome. Alex, I'll tell you, I can talk to you about this all day long, but we're about out of time for today's episode. If somebody's, I know we just warmed up, if somebody's listening to this right now and they want to learn more about White Shark Media, whether they're a business owner looking to do it for themselves, or maybe, and this is a marketing show, so there's a lot of agencies that listen to this too, and they're looking for ideas and business partners. So on that side too, if they're agencies looking to partner and expand their offerings, I mean, what's the best way for people to follow up and to learn more?
I mean, anyone is welcome to write me, first of all, directly on my email, acn@whitesharkmedia.com. But our website, whitesharkmedia.com, is a good place to start. You can read a little bit about our products and services. And I do want to say to just address the one thing you mentioned about the business owner that potentially wants to start themselves. It's something that we also support. We have a free set of online courses as well on wsmcompass.com, where you can go in as a business owner and get access to courses on how to actually set up your own account. So we really support that. We don't only go for the client that wants to pay us. We want to support the ecosystem, and that's what we built that. So, but whitesharkmedia.com, WHITE Shark SHARK media.com. That would be a great place to start, or write my email directly that I just gave you a little bit earlier.
Fantastic. Well, Alex, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about your background and all the great work that you're doing over at White Shark Media. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. Hope you learned a lot. If you did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Definitely like you to be a return visitor and a return listener. And Alex, thanks again for coming on the show. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Adam. My pleasure.